Okay, well, welcome everybody. This is Tony Parker, and I want to welcome you to the EFT and Law of Attraction workshop for manifesting happiness, prosperity, abundance, personal and business success. And I hope you're all having a pleasant evening. And by the way, is there anybody on tonight who's completely new to EFT, doesn't know what EFT is? Emotional freedom techniques or law of attraction, needs a quick EFT 101. Okay. All right, good. So we're just going to get on. We're just going to move on with our various warm-up taps as people trickle into the workshop, okay? We're going to start off with the gratitude tap, which is one of our basic warm-ups. It's very simple. Make a list of all the things you're grateful for, okay? And then we tap on it together. By the way, somebody's making a lot of background noises and toilet noises. Could you either put your phone on mute or do something? We don't need to hear it. Okay. All right. So the way this works is that we all are invited to check in and share some aspect of our lives that we're grateful for, and then we tap on it together as a group. So who'd like to check in and share something they're grateful for?
Hey, Tony, it's Kim.
Hi, Kim. Welcome aboard.
I'm just grateful. I'm really, really grateful that I was able to get on the call tonight.
Awesome. Very good. Okay. I know you've conquered the technology. Good for you.
I did.
Okay. Yay. So for those of you who have smartphones and iPhones, there's actually an app that you can download, and you get really good phone quality too. And we now have a technical guru. Kim is our new technical guru. Okay, top of the head. Thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, take a deep breath. And now release. Very good. Okay, who else would like to check in and say hi and share something they're grateful for that we can tap on together?
Hi, Tony. This is Linda.
Hi, Linda. How you been? Welcome aboard. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm grateful that I was able to stay awake to be on this call tonight.
Ah, well, thank you. All right, top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay. Anybody else like to check in and say hi and share something they're grateful for we can tap on together? Okay. Well, I'm grateful. Like I said, I had some car trouble recently, and now my car's all fixed and it's chugging along just fine. So top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, very good. All right. Would anybody else like to check in and say hi and share something they're grateful for that we can tap on together? All righty. We're now going to do cash and prizes, which is our next little exercise. It's similar to the gratitude tap. It's just we make a list of the sources of abundance in our lives. That can be either a client or a customer or a student or a collector or a buyer, or it can be a government organization, an agency, an employer, family member, anybody who's either given us or paid us money for goods and services, a source of abundance. So, and again, to preserve anonymity, if you want to, feel free to use initials, okay? So who'd like to check in with a source of abundance that we can tap on together? Go ahead, please.
I'd like to check in with the Lincoln Fund.
Okay, very good. Top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Let's all take a deep breath and now release. Okay. Anybody else like to check in with a source of abundance that we can tap on together? Okay. Well, I'm going to check in with SS. Okay. And now let's go top of the head. Thank you. Okay. Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you. Under the nose, thank you. Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you. Under the arm, thank you. Karate chop, thank you. Okay, now take a deep breath and now release. Okay, so anybody else wish to check in and say hello and share a source of abundance that we can all tap on? Okay. All righty, so that is the gratitude tap. And again, if you have any kind of business or practice, or you wish to increase the abundance in your life, this is absolutely cash money in the bank. It absolutely works. Okay, it activates law of attraction, and it's a very powerful exercise. I do it every day, and it has absolute positive results in my life. Okay, next tap. Next EFT tap, part of our warm-up series, is going to be the protective shield of golden light. Okay, and let's just tap along, and we're going to start tapping on the top of the head, and just repeat after me. Energy system.
Energy system.
Eyebrow, I'm instructing you.
I'm instructing you.
Side eye, to generate a protective shield of golden light.
To generate a protective shield of golden light.
Okay, under the eye, all around my body.
All around my body.
Under the nose, protecting me from all negative energies.
Protecting me from all negative energies.
Under the mouth, all negative influences.
All negative influences.
Under the arm, all negative intentions.
All negative intentions.
All negative entities.
All negative entities.
Top of the head, sending them all to the sun to be transmuted to love.
Sending them all to the sun to be transmuted to love.
Eyebrow, only allowing in.
Only allowing in.
Side of the eye, loving.
Loving.
Under the eye, healing.
Healing.
Under the nose, positive.
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 Under the mouth, energies and intentions.
Energies and intentions.
Okay, collarbone. And if I have any negative energies or intentions,
And if I have any negative energies or intentions,
under the arm, I send them all to the sun.
send them all to the sun.
Karate chop to be transmuted to love.
Be transmuted to love.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. Okay, and now release. Okay, and so there you go. That's the protective shield of golden light. I think it's a great little exercise. I use it whenever I do. It works for me about 3 hours. So whenever I do it in the morning, and then I do it at about lunchtime, it helps protect me from anybody else's, any other negative, stray negative energies or intentions or anything that's floating around. Okay, now the next tap we're going to do is Ho'oponopono, okay, which is a great practical exercise. There's a lot of information about Ho'oponopono on the internet, okay, and law of attraction. I also have some YouTubes on it, so there's a lot of information about it. It's a very powerful Hawaiian practice or mantra or meditation. Yields a lot of results. It's a great thing. So we're just going to do it in English, and again, using it with EFT makes it go quantum. Very powerful, very simple exercise. So let's start tapping the top of the head, and just repeat after me. I'm sorry. Okay, eyebrow, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Side of the eye, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Under the eye, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, I love you.
I love you.
Collarbone, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Under the arm, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Karate chop, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Top of the head, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, I love you.
I love you.
Under the eye, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Under the nose, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Under the mouth, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Collarbone, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, I love you.
I love you.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. And now we're going to do one of our next taps, okay, which is called the money thermostat. Now we're getting more specifically into taps that are focusing more on law of attraction, abundance, prosperity, etc. And this tap is called the money thermostat, which is a very simple exercise. There's a lot of good wisdom around, a lot of information around it. And it's based on the understanding that we have a kind of comfort zone or a set point of income that we sort of have become habituated to, or that we find acceptable or normal, okay? And now that's okay, because it kind of gives us stability, if we're meeting our needs or taking care of our needs. But if we're not taking care of our needs, if we're under earning, or we're in deprivation, or we're not meeting our goals, then definitely it's a good idea to try and move up that thermostat, that abundance set point, okay, that income set point. And the way it works, it's very simple, is we write down in our little EFT notebook or workbook or on a piece of paper on the top of the page the amount of money we made or manifested last year. And then immediately underneath that, we write twice that amount, go down a few lines, write down the amount of money we made or manifested last month. And you can calculate that, or if you have records, just look up your records, whichever way works for you. Underneath, the amount of money you made last month, and underneath that, double that amount, okay? Go down a few lines, a few more lines, write down the amount of money you made last week, and again, you can calculate it or extrapolate it or estimate it, guesstimate it, okay? And then underneath that, double that amount. Then go down the amount of money you made yesterday, okay? And again, underneath that, double that, okay? And then we have a very simple tap. We just use the EFT basic recipe, and I'm just going to use a really silly example right now, just a hypothetical example. Even though I made, $10 last week, I choose to make $20 this week. Or even though I made $100 last month, I choose to make $200 this month, or whatever the number is. And of course, when you're tapping on your own or tapping with a practitioner or a tapping buddy, use the real numbers, use the truth, okay? And again, it's a very powerful exercise, all right? When we're tapping together as a group, we're going to be using kind of vague generalization, kind of a general statement. It's still powerful. You still get a lot of benefit, but of course, when you're tapping on your own, using the real numbers really helps, okay, and it really works. And again, okay, and the more frequent you do it, the quicker you're going to see results. All right, so now just everybody, just rub your sore spot or tap on your karate chop and just repeat after me. And we're going to do two. We're going to do last month and last week, okay? Because we have limited time. So just repeating after me. Even though I made what I made last month,
I made what I made last month,
I choose to make twice what I made last month this month.
I choose to make twice what I made last month this month.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Very good. Excellent. So even though I made what I made last month, I set a firm intention to make twice what I made last month this month. And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Excellent. Very good. So even though I made what I made last month. Very good. Today, right now, I set a firm intention. To make twice what I made last month this month. And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Okay, let's go top of the head. I choose to make twice what I made last month this month. Eyebrow, I deserve to make twice what I made last month this month. So yeah, I give myself permission to make twice what I made last month this month. I am willing to make twice what I made last month this month. Under the nose, it's safe for me to make twice what I made last month this month. Okay, under the mouth, I have the power to make twice what I made last month this month. Collarbone, I like the way it feels when I make twice what I made last month this month. Okay, under the arm, it's easy for me to make twice what I made last month this month. Karate chop. So even though I made what I made last month, today, right now, I set a firm intention to make twice what I made last month this month. And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Okay. All right. So take a deep breath. And now release. And now what we're going to do last week, okay? All right. And last week is, okay, we just rub our sore spot, and we're going to just repeat after me. Rub the sore spot or tap on your karate chop, whichever you feel comfortable doing, okay? And just repeat after me. Even though I made what I made last week,
though I made what I made last week,
I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. So even though I made what I made last week,
So even though I made what I made last week,
I set a firm intention
I set a firm intention
to make twice what I made last week this week.
To make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself anyway.
Very good. So even though I made what I made last week,
So even though I made what I made last week,
today, right now, I set a firm intention
today, right now, I set a firm intention
to make twice what I made last week this week.
to make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Okay, very good. Let's go top of the head. I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
Eyebrow. I deserve to make twice what I made last week this week.
Deserve to make twice what I made last week this week.
Side of the eye. I give myself permission to make twice what I made last week this week.
Give myself permission to make twice what I made last week this week.
Out of the eye. I am willing to make twice what I made last week this week.
I'm willing to make twice.
I'm willing to make twice what I made last week this week.
Out of the notes. It's safe for me to make twice what I made last week this week.
It's safe for me to make twice what I made last week this week.
On the mouth. I have the power to make twice what I made last week this week.
I have the power to make twice what I made last week this week.
Collarbone. I like the way it feels when I make twice what I made last week this week.
I like the way it feels when I make twice what I made last week this week.
On the arm. It's easy to make twice what I made last week this week.
It's easy to make twice what I made last week this week.
Karate chop. So even though I made what I made last week,
Even though I made what I made last week,
today, right now, I set a firm intention
today, right now, I set a firm intention
to make twice what I made last week this week.
to make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath and release. Okay, and so there you go. That's the money thermostat, okay? And what we're going to do with the money thermostat is, again, I strongly recommend doing that regularly, okay? The more frequently you do these, the whole secret about EFT is that it's a frequency, repetition, and specificity. That's Gary's old chestnut. And what that really is about is that, earning or abundance or manifesting abundance is a habit, okay? And we become habituated to a certain level of abundance and a certain lifestyle. And again, if that's okay, if we're meeting our needs, that's one thing. That's, no problem. But if we're not meeting our needs, if we're under earning, then it's time to change the habit. And the way you change a habit is by constant repetition and reinforcement, okay? Because, again, a habit, very often we've had this habit, this earning habit or under-earning habit or deprivation habit for a long time. So it's going to take a consistent effort and focus in order to break it or change it or modify it, okay? All righty. So tonight's topic, again, is using EFT and law of attraction to manifest happiness, abundance, prosperity, personal business success. And now is the check-in time where you guys are all invited and welcome to check in. Any synchronicities, challenges, results on the actions that you've taken this week. One of our things that we do is we declare actions that we're going to take each week, and then we kind of report back the next week kind of what we've been doing. Also, questions, answers. And again, if you've got challenges or, problems or issues you want to bring up, something you want to tap on, that's good too. And again, here, kvetch or kvel, okay? So I love hearing from you guys, and it's really great for everybody else to hear each other's progress and trials and tribulations. So who'd like to check in first? Go ahead, please.
Hi, this is Jean. I'll share.
Go ahead, Jean. Check in, please. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Tony, for this meeting. Last week, I talked to somebody who is looking for a tutor for her son for his college essay, and I had just made more money than I'd ever made in a week, the week before, helping someone with his MBA essays. So I find that this is a good sign, something I enjoy doing, and it could lead to good money. So we're still talking. She wants to make sure her son's coachable. But she also said she had a daughter who could use some motivational coaching as well. So I've got some potential things out there, and I've got one new client this week. And, and so I'm continuing to build my tutoring, my coaching business. Thanks.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. I just want to comment that I did a class a couple of years ago with the students from SUNY New Paltz, which is the State University of New York, at the New Paltz campus, okay, on exam stress and anxiety. And some of the students, not all students noticed an increase in their exam scores. Some of them had an increase as much as 25%. Just the fact that they were not, that they were calm and centered and they weren't stressed out and frightened and freaked out. Obviously, doing EFT isn't going to increase the amount of knowledge that's inside your head, but it's definitely going to increase your ability to use it properly or to your maximum benefit, So
Right.
there you go. And like I said, in some cases, it was as much as 25%. So that's pretty noteworthy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so keep up the good work. Awesome. Okay. Anybody else want to check in, say hi, synchronicities, challenges, kvetch or kvel, and also, report in on actions. Go ahead, please.
Oh, hey, Tony, it's Kim.
Hey, Kim. Welcome aboard. Go ahead.
So last week I attended a financial budgeting workshop, and I went in, hoping for some strategies and just like techniques and tools to use. And it just honestly, afterwards I actually remembered your analogy to like armchair therapy where you kind of go in and you talk about things and then you just like build up all this stress and then you leave without like really knowing how to handle it. So because I really feel like I left that workshop in that state, and they just they provided like they spoke about debt and like budgeting and stuff, but all the tools honestly that they described was more for like investment and what to do with your money when you have some. And like right now I'm struggling with more like the day-to-day emotions of like like how to make it on very very little and just pretty much like how to survive on like the basics. And so I just feel like I left that meeting with like all this anxiety and like pent up energy. So I've tried to work through that anxiety through the week and do some tapping with it, but it was just frustrating that I went to a workshop and pretty much got nothing out of it except for some stress. So yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it, and you're right. EFT is a good thing to try. I mean, there's no single answer, and again, some places they're just not offering the help that they could be offering. I will recommend a couple of places. most of the Department of Labor unemployment workshops, unemployment have these workshops, and they have different types of survival workshops. And the Department of Labor, do they still have the kind of labor one-stop shop, or they call it the one-stop? They have these kind of centers, and they provide, I would say, very superficial retraining. On the other hand, they often have a workshop called Surviving on Little, not on small, on your surviving on little or no money, okay, i.e., surviving on unemployment insurance. The reason I'm suggesting this is because on the how do I say this? They often have this workshop where they provide all the community resources for support, where you can go for pantries, soup kitchens, places where you can get free clothing or reduced clothing, where there are different types of community support services, etc. So that's I'm just giving you a couple of workshops that might be helpful. So I would check out the Department of Labor and see if they have those kind of workshops, kind of where they disseminate information for surviving on limited income. Also, I'm not on a recruitment drive, but they do have a lot of tools. There's an organization called underearnersanonymous.org, or they have a website, and they have a lot of tools for increasing income or structuring yourself in order to maximize your income, etc., and provide manage your budget, stuff like that. So they have a lot of support and information and material. Okay. And again, I would just Google, whatever areas that you're experiencing some kind of, duress or shortage. I would definitely Google things like community support or outreach, community resources, and see what comes up, because there's often lots of agencies and charities and organizations that provide support. Another thing is this country has thousands and thousands of charities that offer grants for all and scholarships and stipends and support for students. And there's an enormous directory. I once saw a copy of it in the public library. The thing had to be almost a foot thick. Okay? And there's literally tens of thousands, because every time somebody with a certain amount of money dies and they don't want to leave it to the cat's home or something, or to their children, they set up a little foundation, and basically it runs, these little foundations run into perpetuity, and every year they dole out whatever they dole out. Sometimes it's only a few $100s, sometimes it's several thousands of dollars, and provided you meet their conditions, who knows, and there's a lot of educational grants out there. I mean, literally, and here's the interesting thing. Some of them, they don't get any applications. Some of them are so tiny and so weird, they don't get many applications because, they're most people go for the big ones. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just this is just a little tip, like I said,
Thank you.
but there is like I said, the public library has this. A big public library would have this directory of all these foundations, and like I said, it's enormous. It's literally like 2 phone books stacked on top of each other,
Oh man, great.
Okay, so there you
Thank
go.
you.
All right. Okay. Anybody else want to check in? Say hi. Synchronicities, challenges, actions. Kvetch or Kvel? Questions?
Hello, this is Cassandra.
Hi, Cass. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm proud of myself, and I know it has to do with the EFT. I'm a certified EFT practitioner, and I've been a little lazy about, getting this whole thing started. It's emotionally based and a lot of stuff. I need to EFT myself about it. But I noticed today, I was interacting with someone who we were actually, it was yesterday. We were having lunch together, and this person specifically blurted out, we weren't even talking about EFT, that they don't like EFT and they don't ever want to try it out, and I've never even worked with them about EFT. And today I texted them, and there were some other issues as well, but today I just said, I think it would probably be best if we don't interact anymore. Or I actually said, if you just don't call me anymore, because the relationship is kind of negative, and it's the antithesis of what I want to do. I love EFT, and this person hates it. They don't know anything about it. So I'm really proud of myself for just kicking them out of my life. And I did it in a really nice way. I said, aside from that, kicking someone out of your life is not very nice. But I said some nice things, I wish you well, etc. But, I don't need to have that in my life to drag me down from something I love. There's thousands of people in this world.
Absolutely.
So I'm really proud of myself.
Well, good for you. Absolutely. No, I've had a similar experiences with people who disrespect or make fun of, what I do. Now, I'm not particularly intolerant. If somebody doesn't care for what I do, but they don't express it, fine, that's their opinion. But if they're constantly criticizing or diminishing or ridiculing or making fun of what I do, well, then that's somebody who doesn't really respect me,
Yeah.
I'm not intolerant. I don't, I don't, I've got lots of friends who do different things, and, they're perfectly happy to do it as long as they don't turn around and say what I'm doing is no good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I've known this person for over 2 years, and we've been interacting off and on. It was just so unnecessary. And this person blurts this out every once in a while, like Tourette's or something. And it's just ridiculous.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah, so goodbye, right?
Right. Oh yeah. That's just I only my friends tolerate me warts and all, right? And
yeah.
They love and respect me and accept me, and they don't have to buy every word that comes out of my lips, but the point is that I want respect and acceptance, and if they don't, guess what? Maybe they're not really my friend,
That's exactly right.
Good for you. Awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you so
Anybody else want to check in, say hi? And again, any actions from last week, any synchronicities, victories, challenges, Kvetch or Kvel?
Tony, this is Linda.
Okay, we got two ladies. Go ahead.
Linda. I would like to talk about victories in that I'm dealing with a very somebody helping me around the house and a construction person, and I'm so brave about speaking up and talking and having enough care for myself that I can stand up to this very, very, very challenging person. And I'm so proud of myself.
Awesome. Well, good for you. Pat on the back. Yay, yeah. Linda. Cool.
Thank you, Tony.
Great. And then the other person, was that the other Linda?
Yes. Hi.
Linda from the South. There you go.
Right. Okay. Well, one of my goals is to sell stock photography, and so I've been, tapping on the equipment that I need, and I was gifted a digital camera, so I've got that. And the next thing I need is an updated computer to be able to upload the photos. So I'm halfway there.
Awesome. Well, good for you. I must admit, right now in our country, we're awash with technical stuff. We have so many. I think there's apparently now, 4 or 5 computers to every family. There's such a surplus of technical gadgets. I'm sure there's more than somebody who can either give you or let you have a camera of some kind or a computer. You know, there are many generations of computers out there that are perfectly functional, you know.
Mhm.
Awesome. Good for you. And that is kind of law of attraction. That is law of attraction, you know. The first story that I read about law of attraction, of course, when I read it, I scoffed. I said, this is crazy. But this was a guy who his car had blown up, and and he didn't have any money, and he needed a car to get to work, and he started meditating and visualizing and all this sort of stuff, and along came an old childhood friend, one of his buddies, who was leaving the country on business, and said, listen, here, I have an old beater. I haven't got time to sell it or do anything with it, and it's going to cost me too much to store it. Here's my car. Here's the keys, and I'll be back in a couple of years. If it's still running and you don't need it when I get back, give it back to me. Otherwise, here it is, and he signed it over to him. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So and I've heard that story more than once, so you never know. And definitely something to do with do a movie technique on, do a kind of a positive movie on manifesting a computer. Absolutely. Excellent. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Anybody else want to check in? Are we good? Anybody else? Okay. All right. Let's do this week's tap. Okay. As you know, every week we're tapping on a kind of, some aspect of self-sabotaging, self-limiting, behavior that gets in the way of allowing abundance into our lives. I think last week we had, I think it's, we get in my, I'm afraid if I get what I want, I'll lose it, right? That was last week. Okay. And this week is, how I make myself fail. Okay.
Mm.
And, so what, we're going to do right now is we're going to rub our sore spot. Okay. Or tap on our karate chop and just say to yourselves right now out loud, I make myself fail.
I make myself fail.
Okay, now on a scale of 0 to 10, how does that resonate with you guys? Is that something that you notice yourself doing, or has that happened in the past, etc.?
Yeah.
On a scale, go ahead, 0 to 10. What's the number? What's the magic? 10. 10. Okay. 8. Okay.
8.
So we're getting some pretty good numbers on these
yes.
things. Yes. Okay.
Embarrassingly enough.
So this week's theme is I make myself fail. Okay. All righty. So what we're going to do is we're just going to apply, our EFT basic recipe. All right. The way we've been doing it, chugging along, And have you guys been able to get onto the YouTube recordings that I posted?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Okay, so those are reachable or visible because I posted the links on Facebook and YouTube, and what do you call it? LinkedIn and Gmail. So I hope you guys have been able to find them. The links. Just you click on the link and there should be the recording of our session. Okay. All righty. Okay. So now, and the idea is probably to do this tap several times over the next week. Okay. So just repeat after me. Even though I make myself fail.
Even though I make myself fail.
And I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Or maybe I do know why.
Or maybe I do know why.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Okay, so even though I don't know why I make myself fail.
So even though I don't know why I make myself fail.
Or maybe I do know why.
Maybe I do know why.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Okay, so even though I make myself fail.
So even though I make myself fail.
And I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
To heal, release, and let go.
To heal, release, and let go.
This need and conflict to make myself fail.
This need and conflict to make myself fail.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Okay, top of the head. I don't know why, but I make myself fail.
I don't know why, but I make myself fail.
I have this conflict to make myself fail.
I have this conflict to make myself fail.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know why. I make myself fail.
I don't know why. I make myself fail.
Or maybe deep down I do know why.
Maybe deep down I do know.
Under the eye, I have this need to make myself fail.
Okay,
under the nose. I don't know why I make myself fail.
I don't know why I make myself fail.
Under the mouth. I have this conflict and need to make myself fail.
I have this conflict and need to make myself fail.
Collarbone. All need to make myself fail.
I have this strong need to make myself fail.
Under the all need to make myself fail.
All need to make myself fail.
Karate chop. So even though I don't know why, but I have this conflict and need to make myself fail.
Even though I don't know why, I have this conflict and need to make myself fail.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
To heal, release, and let go.
To heal, release, and let go.
All need to make myself fail.
All need to make myself fail.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Top of the head, I choose to heal, release, and let go.
I choose to heal, release, and let go.
This compulsion to make myself fail.
This compulsion to make myself fail.
Eyebrow, I deserve to heal, release, and let go.
I deserve to heal, release, and let go.
All need to make myself fail.
All need to make myself fail.
I give myself permission to heal, release, and let go.
I give myself permission to heal, release, and let go.
This conflict and need to make myself fail.
Conflict and need to make myself fail.
I am willing to heal, release, and let go.
I am willing to heal, release, and let go.
All need to make myself fail.
All need to make myself fail.
Under the nose. It's safe for me to heal, release, and let go.
It's safe for me to heal, release, and let go.
Okay, this problem with me making myself fail.
This problem with me making myself fail.
Under the mouth. I have the power to heal, release, and let go.
I have the power to heal, release, myself, and let go.
All need to make myself fail.
All need to make myself fail.
Collarbone. I like the way it feels when I heal, release, and let go.
I like the way it feels when I heal, release, and let go.
All need to make myself fail.
All need to make myself fail.
Under the arm. It's easy for me to heal, release, and let go.
It's easy for me to heal, release, and let go.
All compulsion to make myself fail.
All compulsion to make myself fail.
Karate chop. So even though I don't know why, but I have this need to make myself fail.
I have this need to make myself fail.
But today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
To heal, release, and let go.
Heal, release, and let go.
All need to make myself fail.
All need to make myself fail.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Okay, top of the head. Letting go of all need to make myself fail.
Letting go of all need to make myself fail.
Okay, eyebrow, letting go.
Letting go.
Side of the eye, letting go.
Letting go.
Under the eye, letting go.
Letting go.
Under the nose, letting go.
Letting go.
Under the mouth, letting go.
Letting go.
Collarbone, letting go.
Letting go.
Under the arm, letting go.
Letting go.
Karate chop, letting go of all need to make myself fail.
Letting go of all need to make myself fail.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Okay, guys. And now we're going to do the positive affirmations now. Top of the head. I have released the need to sabotage myself.
I have released the need to sabotage myself.
I am free of the need to fail.
I'm free of the need to fail.
Okay. Side of the eye. I love receiving guidance from within.
I love receiving guidance from within.
Okay. Under the eye. I appreciate knowing that I have changed.
I appreciate
knowing that I've changed.
Under the nose. Now I want to be successful.
Now I want to be successful.
Under the mouth. I love knowing that I am clear about success.
I love knowing that I'm clear about success.
Collarbone. I love receiving guidance from within.
I love guidance from within.
Okay, under the arm. I have released that need to make myself fail.
I have released that need to make myself fail.
Karate chop. I appreciate that I have changed.
I appreciate that I've changed.
Okay, take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, so there we go. That's kind of a nice little tap there. And again, my suggestion is, with all these, I would tap on this similar thing at least a few times this week. And the best way to do that is, of course, play back the YouTube that I'll try and get up on the internet tonight, tomorrow morning. And then you guys.
Do you have it, Tony? Do you have those marked by day or by?
They're all dated. All you have to do is date. It just says. If you follow the links on my Facebook or on LinkedIn or or YouTube, you'll see they're all dated and they describe exactly what's going on. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. All right, guys. So that's our tap for the week. Okay. And now, we're getting on to the top of the hour, but let's check in and share our actions. Because what we're going to do, of course, is we're going to do our success movie, our vision movie for this week coming up. Okay, so I'd like you guys whoever wants to check in on visions and actions for the oncoming week. Okay, for the upcoming week, and so any visions, goals, desires, anything you want to manifest for this week, okay? If you want to check in and declare it, feel free. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Jean, and my intentions are to do a great EFT session for one new client, another new client if he calls, we can do it this week, to tutor my student again, and to get out there, just really do a lot of networking and socializing this week. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Excellent. And anybody else? Go ahead, please. Actions, visions, goals. Go ahead. Go ahead, Linda.
I'm going to investigate ways that I might obtain that new computer.
Awesome. I think that's a great idea. Beautiful. Okay. Anybody else?
I'm going to communicate compassionately to myself about how to deal with a person who is working around the house.
Okay, excellent. Anybody else?
I just want to start my new class for the quarter on a good positive note.
Awesome. Very good. Anybody else want to check in? Again, actions, goals, visions for the upcoming week, for the next 7 days. Okay.
Well, I have one.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, it's no problem.
I just got a whiteboard, and I'm planning on getting a calendar that, and I've been listing all my actions on this whiteboard, which is really giant, and it's in my face, and it's great.
Okay, awesome. Good for you.
Next week, the plan is to get a calendar that's similar.
Awesome. Cool.
Thanks.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the positive movie or the mind movie or the vision movie, okay, technique, where we rub our sore spot or tap on our karate chop and run the movie at the same time. Okay, so what you want to do is rub your sore spot, tap on your karate, and run that positive movie, okay? And if you have dollars and cents, put the dollars and cents in the movie. I always suggest you write these down, okay? Just to benchmark and see to compare, to see the success or the rate of success as it occurs, okay? So if you put a deadline or a date, if there's dollars and cents, if there's people involved who are participating with you or who support your need or participation you need, put their names in. Also, put in whatever values, moral, spiritual values, and also how you want to feel about this, okay, and what you consider a positive outcome or a successful outcome to these actions, okay? So this actions or goals or visions. All right, so run that movie, run your vision movie, okay? For the next 7 days, run your vision movie for the next 7 days. When you're done, say stop, okay?
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Good.
Stop.
Okay. Good. Excellent. All righty. Okay, so now just repeat after me. Simon says, even though I have this successful vision movie.
Even though I have this successful movie.
Okay, I choose to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I choose to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I align myself with the universe so this may come to pass.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. So even though I have this successful vision movie,
even though I have this successful vision movie,
I set a firm intention.
I set a firm intention
to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
To allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I align with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply love and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. So even though I have the successful vision movie,
even though I have the successful vision movie,
today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention
to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
To allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Let's go top of the head. I choose to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I choose to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Very good, Ibra. I deserve to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I deserve to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
So, I give myself permission to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I give myself permission to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Under the I am willing to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I'm willing to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Very good. Under the nose, it's safe for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
It's safe for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Okay. Under the mouth, I have the power to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I have the power to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Collarbone, I like the way it feels when I allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I like the way it feels to allow the universe to manifest the movie in my life.
Under the arm, it's easy for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
It's easy for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Karate chop. So even though I have this successful vision movie, today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention
to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life. In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
In the best possible way and for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rub sore spot or tap on the karate chop, and we're going to run the movie, the vision movie or the success vision movie or abundance movie, mind movie, okay, the second time. And again, including if there's money, dollars and cents, if there's a date, a deadline, people, include their names. It's your movie. It's your script, your movie script, okay? Values, spiritual values, moral values, mission statement, whatever. Also how you want to feel and the kind of what you consider a positive outcome for the movie. So rub your sore spot, run the movie, and when you're done, say stop. Go ahead, please.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's everybody. Okay. There you go. That's the using the movie technique in a positive way, and it's very powerful and very effective. And it's, again, the more frequently we do these exercises, the more quickly these changes come about, okay? And, of course, things like the way the movie technique works is that the more frequently we run this exercise, the sooner this vortex of intention or this field of intention hits critical mass and starts to manifest in our lives. Okay, so tonight's workshop has been really cool. I've really had a lot of fun. I've enjoyed being with you people. I love hearing what you guys doing and your progress and all this sort of stuff. So please stay in touch with me. Let me know what's going on. I'm really nosy. I got to know everything, okay? So let's wind up with the abundance tap and call it a night. Okay, so rubbing sore spot or tapping on karate chop, just repeat after me. Even though I have been allowing the universe to manifest some abundance in my life,
even though I have been allowing the universe to manifest some abundance in my life,
I choose to allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
I choose to allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
So even though I have been allowing the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life,
even though I have been allowing the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life,
I set a firm intention
to
allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
Allow the universe
to manifest even more abundance in my life.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. So even though I have been allowing the universe to manifest some abundance in my life,
even though I have been allowing the universe to manifest some abundance in my life,
today, right now, I set a firm intention
today, right now, I set a firm intention
to allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
to allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, so Karate Chop, today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Top of the head. To allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
To allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
Eyebrow, even more abundance of love.
Even more abundance of love.
Eye the eye, even more abundance of happiness.
Even more abundance of happiness.
Under the eye, even more abundance of good health.
Even more abundance of good health.
Under the nose, even more abundance of financial prosperity.
Even more abundance of financial prosperity.
Under the mouth, even more abundance of artistic creativity.
Even more abundance of artistic creativity.
Collarbone, even more abundance of good friends.
Even more abundance of good friends.
Under the arm, even more abundance of all the good things I really need.
Even more abundance of all the good things I really need.
Karate Chop. So today, right now, I set a firm intention.
So today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Okay, top of the head. To allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
To allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
Eyebrow, even more abundance of love.
Even more abundance of love.
Even more abundance of happiness.
Even more abundance of happiness.
Even more abundance of good health.
Even more abundance of good health.
Even more abundance of financial prosperity.
Even more abundance of financial prosperity.
Even more abundance of artistic creativity.
Even more abundance of artistic creativity.
Collarbone, even more abundance of good friends.
Abundance of good friends.
Under the arm, even more abundance of all the good things I really need.
Even more abundance of all the good things I really need.
Karate Chop. So today, right now, I set a firm intention.
So today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Okay, top of the head. To allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
To allow the universe to manifest even more abundance in my life.
Eyebrow. Even more abundance of love.
Even more abundance of love.
Side of the eye. Even more abundance of happiness.
More abundance of happiness.
Under the eye. Even more abundance of good health.
Even more abundance of good health.
Under the nose. Even more abundance of financial prosperity.
Even more abundance of financial prosperity.
Okay. Even more abundance of artistic creativity.
Even more abundance of artistic creativity.
Collarbone. Even more abundance of good friends.
Even more abundance of friends.
Okay. Under the arm. Even more abundance of all the good things I really need.
Even more abundance of all the good things I really need.
Okay. Karate Chop. And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, guys, it's a wrap. I want to wish you all a wonderful, prosperous, abundant, love-filled week. And, we're going to be around tomorrow. We're going to have the 10 o'clock call, EFT for treating physical symptoms, chronic pain, physical illness, etc. We have started a Tuesday group, which is EFT for seniors, elders, and boomers. We'll see what happens there. See if that gets any feet, as they say, gets any legs. And of course, we'll be on Wednesday with the EFT for ACOA issues, family of origin issues. So, guys, I love you all. And again, you can download or at least play the YouTubes. They're on my YouTube channel, but you can find them through Facebook, or even you can Google. If you just say EFT abundance, it should come up, or EFT abundance recording, or EFT success recording. You should be able to find the recordings, okay? So it's even findable via Google. Just say EFT recording, and it should show up. Okay. All right, guys.
Yay.
I love you all. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Talk to you
Tony.
soon.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.